I'm Hara, Allison, and this is Dream Anyway, a podcast for those of us who feel the pull to create, even when the path isn't clear. So wherever you are in your journey, grab a coffee, get comfy, and dream anyway.
Hi, I'm Amy Sherman, and I do lots of things.
I know that you're an actress. What else do you do?
Oh my gosh.
I know you're a seamstress.
Yes, I like designing and working with photographers to make concepts.
Oh, cool. Why don't I know that?
I don't know. I've never considered myself like as a model.
Oh, I was going to say a new model.
Yeah, but I don't look at it that way. I look at it more like collaborative art making.
Oh, so you're making the costumes for yourself, not for like other people.
No, but I do sell a lot of things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I started by selling like retro swimsuits online, and I was just modeling them myself and taking pictures so people would know like that's what it looks like on a human. And I started really around here with Chris Woolley doing pinup. And I've always loved that because I used to, as a teenager, I used to draw and sell paintings.
Oh,
and a
cool.
lot of them were in the style of Patrick Nagel or Varga, whatever, the World War II graphic artist. And I just always loved that era. I think mainly because I was raised by my grandparents. And so it was that World War II,
Yeah, their influence on you. Yeah.
And so that, and then just watching old movies, and I just love the glamour of that, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, why were you raised by your grandparents?
Oh, well, well, because my mom was a stripper and my dad was a drug dealer.
Drug addict or drug dealer? Which one? Both?
I don't know because I never knew my dad. Really, he wasn't active participant in my life.
Your grandparents were your mom's parents then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And she, my dad really didn't have anything to do with me, and I don't even remember him at all. But what I remember of my mom, she just was neglectful. She didn't know how to take care of me. And so my grandparents stepped in and they actually like kidnapped me because I was very sick and they were really worried that I would die. And so they did that and then got legal custody of me. But prior to that, my dad was killed in an accident, a driving accident. And so I never knew him or that side of the family. So, yeah.
Were you resentful? Did you have this feeling of where the hell's my mom? That kind of thing?
I didn't understand why she didn't love me enough to straighten up her life and take care of me.
Yeah.
But as far as my grandparents go, I loved my grandparents. I still love my grandparents. Of course, they're both gone, but I lost my grandpa when I was 11 and he was my only father figure, and that really changed my life at that point. Cause you're just going into the hormones and things like that, even at that age. And just, not having that, I think really affected my life.
In terms of like knowing your worth as a woman?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard road to navigate. I think no matter what. I think whether you have a good male figure or not, so hard. How did it affect you besides knowing your worth? Besides knowing that there's death, knowing that you can lose somebody. I know that's really hard, especially at a young age. How do you think all that affected you as a woman now?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's the trajectory for my entire existence, just not having that security and making poor choices in life because of it.
Yeah.
Being sad as a mother, not being able to give that to my kids, a family of grandparents that are there and all of that.
How many children do you have?
I have 5.
You do?
I do. 5 boys.
I'm like, why don't I know that either? You have 5 boys. I'm the youngest of 6. So I know what that kind of craziness is. Oh, wow. Okay. And are you married?
Yes, I am. Yeah. He's a good man, but, it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
He came from a completely different background than me. So, and he's got all his stuff, and then I got all my stuff, and it's rough.
Oh my gosh. Well, and the work is never done. We get stuck in our thoughts. I know how hard it is to be a mature grown up.
Yes.
I especially know that. Before I die, I hope I become mature. I don't know how it's supposed to just smack me in the head like it's a thing that is bestowed upon you.
Right.
Maturity.
Well, I think too, like as an actor too, it's like put on the big girl pants and it's like put on the hat of whatever it is that day. But inside, I was thinking about this morning is that, I still feel like inside, like my spirit still feels like when I was little.
Oh yeah, totally.
And, that I don't know that would ever change. I'm assuming that's the same with everybody.
Yeah.
I guess somewhere in my mind, when I became a parent, it's like I wanted them to have all the things I didn't have. And then, having gone through a divorce or troubles in marriage or whatever, and realizing that I failed, in lots of ways, but in a lot of ways I didn't. But then also like that ties in with my relationship with my mother and looking back and going, okay, I can understand why she did what she did. I was raised by the same people. So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
And having, I guess, mercy for her and myself.
Yeah. And
then just in my thoughts is, I think this is, I guess in a way, I liken that to my relationship to God. It's like looking at the little me or the hurts that I've had and going and knowing that there's big me, there's God watching over, there's that relationship there that is comforting and giving me that hug that, I didn't get when I was little or, the mothering, the fathering, all of it.
I really love that. My mother was pretty absent. The 6 of us were only 9 years apart. And so we kid after kid after kid and husband after husband after husband. And she just wasn't around. And then she died when I was young. I was 18. I was kind of upset with her most of my life. She wasn't the mother I needed her to be. She was absent. And then I had 2 children. I always think this is the answer, is having children. I want my children to have children so they can know that the answer that I did the best I could. And I can see now, of course, that she did the best she could with the tools she had, which were limited. And so I was going to ask you, and I'm glad you brought it up. Well, how does that make you now feel about your mother, especially having so many children? Because it's the hardest job. And what do we know?
Right. Nothing. We know nothing.
And it's so interesting too, that you were literally raised by the people she was raised by. Like, that's so interesting. I've never even thought of that.
Yeah. I've noticed this too, just even in friendships, like someone will come to me with a problem and be all upset over it. And I'm just thinking, wow, that's nothing. What are you talking about? But then I look, especially like at my children, and go, well, that's their threshold of pain. Not saying that I'm better to handle things, not saying that at all, but that's their experience. Yeah. Like we all have that. It's like, we know what we know and we don't know what we don't.
That is so true.
That's the thing about being a parent. It's like, in my experience, they literally saved me. They gave me a reason to live. Yeah. There's been times in my life where it's just like, I can't do this anymore.
Mine have kept me alive as well. Like it'd be easier to just turn the car really quick, but then I would have motherless children, and I know what that's like.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they have saved my life. They have given me purpose.
Yep.
Do you have a daytime job? Do you have a 9-to-5-er?
I do. And funny enough, everything seems to start and end with the theater with me. I met both my husbands that way. And now I'm working for Coeur d'Alene Summer Theater. I do office administration stuff.
That's awesome. And then what have you acted in?
As you know, we did a little short film here with Misty Shipman. Was actually on screen in Train Dreams as an extra, of course, but it was nice. Yeah, I've been acting since I was little. I started as an ice skater.
That's cool.
I mean, I could show you my resume, I guess, but there's lots of stuff that isn't even on there. But yeah, I just knew when I was 5, like that's what I wanted to do.
Are you real extroverted? Do you have any problems being in front of the camera?
Oh, that's funny. Actually, I'm quite introverted. I can stay home by myself and not talk to anyone for indefinite periods, I guess. And I don't like going out. I don't like any of that. I don't know if you've seen me at social events, but like I'll sit off by myself. I'll say hi to people and then sit down by myself. Like, that's
because it's hard, I think,
it's exhausting.
It is so difficult to walk into somebody's conversation and pretend you were supposed to be there. That's what I feel like. This is hard.
I used to be terribly shy, like hiding behind parental legs, like don't look at me. Like it was painful to look at someone. But through performing, whether it was ice skating, dance, karate, acting, whatever it was, it's therapy for me.
Yeah.
It is art, painting. I mean, that's not social necessarily, but all of that, like to me, it's
Expressing
therapy.
yourself.
Yes. It's how I feel I work my stuff out, but also how I connect with other people because I'm not necessarily successful in connecting with people per se, like, just being best friends or, husbands or whatever it is. No offense, but
I feel the same way. I'm like, I know so many great women and yet, I don't know any of your story because it's always like in passing. So I want to have a thing where it's not networking. We just hang out. So I get to know people. Like I love knowing a person. I love knowing your story. I can relate to you.
Yeah.
You're not just a pretty face, which you are a pretty face.
I don't know about that, but I'm here.
Telling you.
Thanks. That's how I feel. I connect. I want to tell a story. It may not be my story, but it's a part of my story in a way.
Yeah.
And so that's what I feel. I mean, all of art, in my opinion, is connecting with other human beings.
How do you define success? It doesn't have to be monetary. Do you think you've achieved what you've wanted to achieve?
In small ways. Yeah. I think in ways that, you can look at and go, oh, well, that's not really what you wanted. But in a way, technically, like if you were to write it down, it's like, oh yeah, I did. And, but it's hard for me to think of success because how the world terms it, it's like, it's money, it's fame, it's this or that, or, you have a lovely house and a lovely new car or whatever. I don't know that is ever in the cards for me. And honestly, I'm okay with that. I think my own personal success has been being okay with me.
Yeah.
And actually liking me. Like I'm 55.
Yeah.
It's taken me this long to go, hey, you know what? I like me. And
That's awesome.
I don't, I care what people think, but at the same time, it's like, take me or leave me.
Right. I really love that. And I think that is the journey. I think you've really succeeded because I wish that for everybody.
Yeah.
If I could wish anything, not fame, not money.
Yeah.
I wish self-love on people.
Yeah.
Because it makes the rest of it all okay. That's so good. I love that answer. Oh, I'm so happy for you because it is a journey.
Yeah.
And for me, I started talking to myself as if I was talking to my daughter. And then I could actually picture this little Hara that is so sweet. But I used to roll my own eyes thinking about her. Like I would imagine my older siblings, like, what does Hara need now? And, the thing is that little girl is needy and I can provide those things that she wished she had.
Yeah.
I once ran away in the house hoping my siblings would come look for me, hid away in the closet. And I remember them saying, we knew you were there. We weren't going to come. We weren't going to play that game, something like that. And I thought many years later, 40 years later, I thought, I wonder if they had played that game. I wonder if they had. Oh, there she is. We've been looking everywhere for her. If they had just satisfied that need to be seen, what harm would that have done? Of course, they were little kids. I don't blame them.
Right.
They were doing their role of bigger siblings.
Yeah.
But now I can go, this little girl is freaking needy. But I have all the love to give her. Anyway, it's funny how I can be gentle with sweet little Hara now and see her as sweet instead of this person who's just like, nobody, just desperate.
Yeah.
Although my favorite line, I just said today to a friend that my headstone's going to say, love me. Like in that, I don't know how I can say it just like that, but it has to be that desperate.
Yeah. Yeah. That brings up a point to me of social media and stuff. And we look and we judge and, oh, this person's so needy. They're constantly posting selfies or whatever it is. And I think people need to back up from that a little bit. who cares, first of all?
Right. And what if they literally are needy? And
That's exactly it.
What if you could like their picture instead of judging them? What if you could give them what they need?
Yes, exactly.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yes. That's exactly where I'm trying to get, is that, we look at these things on the surface and our world is so this, in just eyes. And we don't have the time, or we're just in a bad mood or whatever it is. And we look at things and we go, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. That person's just so annoying, blah, 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 or whatever it is.
Right.
And really, that's their way of reaching out and satisfying that.
Yeah.
I need something to fill this empty spot.
There's just two of us, and 2 out of 2 of us have a little girl inside of us who didn't have the love they think they needed or wanted. And then as parents ourselves didn't succeed the way we hoped we would. We didn't do it that much better, in some cases. And so that's 2 out of 2.
Yeah.
And 2 out of 2, we learn to love ourselves.
Yes.
And the grace we give ourselves, we can also offer to others.
Yeah.
But it is hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you only see the outside. You don't see their hearts. You don't see the needy. It's good to remember, though.
When you love yourself, you can love other people because you see yourself in them.
Right.
I don't want to sound preachy or anything, but, you think about, like, the Bible says, the 2 main commandments, basically the law is summed up in love God, love your neighbor as yourself. Well, what is loving your neighbor as yourself? And that's giving them grace that God gave you too.
Right.
And that love and trying to understand. And especially, in our world, we're so polarized, whether it's politics or I think we get so caught up in that, and we're so emotional about things that are different because we come from, again, a different place, so that
we have had different experiences which make us think of things differently.
Yeah.
I can only see it through my eyes.
Right. That's the great part about having relationships with people that think differently. And it's like, you don't have to agree. That's fine. And if you literally can't talk about it without getting upset, then don't talk about that specific thing right now. Maybe come back to it at another time when you both are calm and ready for it.
Yeah,
but,
that's good advice.
Yeah, but it's like, if we just surround ourselves with people that are just of our opinions, what do we learn? I mean, it's just like an echo chamber then. And it's like, that's fine. I mean, we all need that at times, just like the best friend that's like, yeah, you're right, no matter if you're wrong, like.
But the best friend tells you when you're wrong.
Hopefully.
I do like people when they call me on my shit, because then you go, oh, you like me enough and you're not scared of me, to tell me the truth.
And it's okay to get mad too. It's like, you can be mad at your best friend and then you get over it.
I am at a place where, I have cancer. I'm almost 60. I could probably not work so hard, but for me, art isn't working. It's getting out of my mind and into my heart.
Oh, yeah.
It just brings me to life. And so that is what drives me. Mm-hmm. And that's what drives why I think the podcast is important, because people stop themselves from following their dreams. Mm-hmm. And you might as well, because you're going to die someday. You don't want to regret not doing it.
We only have a short time here.
And so was it hard for you to pursue the dream of act? Is there anything you can offer somebody about, or what makes you pursue what you pursue, your passions?
I believe we are created to create. Mm-hmm. And I am miserable when I'm not doing that. I am constantly thinking of a multitude of different things to create, whether it's acting, drawing, clothing, whatever it is. It's like, I just have that. That's just my essence. Like, that's part of me. And I can't imagine life without that. I mean, even I think if I couldn't do anything, my mind would still, I'm never bored.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to imagine people actually being bored. I'll say this, like at work. If I don't have enough work, I get bored. Mm-hmm. But aside from that, because I have to be there doing certain things, right? I mean, just at home or whatever, it's like I have to be making something. Right. Again, it's therapy, it's connection, it's like breathing. You don't have to be the cookie cutter version of what success is in that field either. I was never the pretty girl. but I was never like age appropriate either. Like as far as like casting something, it's like at my age now, they expect you to look a certain way, just like they did when you were younger. You know, it's like, okay, well, I don't fit. What do I fit? Where do I go? It doesn't matter. I'll just make my own stuff. Yeah.
I love that. I love your definition of success the most of anybody I've ever heard, is that you love yourself. That is what I think the whole goal in life is. And if you can get there before you die, then you've succeeded. I really do think that.
Well, I have my days, but for the most part.
Same.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think I'm fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know what you want people to say about you once you're gone? Have you thought about that?
I have, actually. And the only thing that matters to me is my children and what I have left them as a legacy. And I hope that at the very least that they know that they are loved, that they are worthy, that there is more than what we see. You know, my whole life I've wanted security because I didn't have it. And security to me is love, you know, and I tried to give that to my children. And even though my circumstances weren't necessarily what I wanted it to look like, they can be secure in knowing that I love them, that I believe that eternal part of me that is connected to God loves them. We just go on. Like that's forever.
That they know they were loved.
Yes, that connection to everything.
And God.
Yes.
Because you've taught them that. Yeah.
To me, that's what that is. And that don't be so hard on yourself, because we're only human and we make mistakes, and hopefully we learn from those mistakes.
Thanks for listening. New episodes drop every Thursday.